Hi, this is Lauren from the Cotton Patch, and today is Saturday, October 2nd, and I'm going to run through our first Saturday class here for those who could not attend this morning. These classes are on the first Saturday of every month at 10:30 in the morning, so actually, we do a Friday class at 10:30 as well. Sorry, we do Friday and Saturday at 10:30. So if you're not able to attend, this will catch you up on everything we talked about. So I've got a lot to show you, so I'm going to just dive right in. This first one is Modern Background Basics by Jen Sheik with Moda. And this one is just handwritten kind of scribble writing. Actually, for those of you curious what it says, it's all in German. So if you know German, then this will be a good one for you. This one is from the same line here. This is just a newsprint here. And we've had folks ask about cutting it straight on the articles. I really don't think you need to. This is meant to be just kind of more abstracted. It's honestly not printed straight anyway. So I think you drive yourself nuts trying to get all the columns straight. It's really just to give you the impression of newsprint. But we've got that. Next up is A Dog's Life from 3 Wishes. And it is an adorable little dog print here. I personally like the Scotty on a skateboard. It comes with this little floral here, just a nice little floral. And then paw prints. And you can use these paw prints, I think, with just about anything that's critters. Next up, we have American Farm, and this is by P&B. So there's kind of an animal farm print there. Comes with a little red gingham. Oops. Red and white, or it's kind of actually oatmeal color instead of white, but red and kind of an oatmeal-y cream color. A little vine kind of pattern. Stars. This will go with just about anything you already have that's patriotic. So that's kind of nice. And then a blue gingham there. And then one of our staples, of course, we have just a basic black and white stripe from Michael Miller. This goes with literally anything you'd want to put a black and white stripe to. It's not huge. Maybe a little over 1/8 of an inch, so it's not a terribly wide one, but it does the trick. These ones are cool. This is Color Me Banyan by Banyan Batiks, and they're part of Northcott, I believe. But these are an ombre, so you get all kinds of colors there. This one I think is my favorite. It's kind of purple to rust there. Makes me, of course, think of Halloween, which you know is my favorite if you know me. This kind of cool tone purpley teal. And this is the width of fabric, of course, so the strips are running lengthwise. So depending on how you want your stripes and your ombre to run, that's just something to think about. This is kind of a bluey green one. It goes over into teal. I think these would make fun sashings, borders, binding would look really neat with this. And for those who might struggle with ombre, Ardith, who used to be here and who unfortunately recently passed away, she's the one that made me think about ombres a little bit differently. She cut hers just like regular yardage and put it into her quilt. So you get little bits of that ombre kind of everywhere in your quilt without having to really worry about where the colors meet or anything. I think that's a really great way to do it, and these would lend themselves fantastically to using them in that way. Of course, if you like the more matching way to put an ombre together, then you can absolutely do that too. Either way is fine. There's not really a right or wrong way, honestly. We could ask for fish a lot, so we got Lake Escape by P&B. Just a little fish stripe. Fish with the, I'm not a I'm not a fisherman, so I don't know, fishing bobbins, fishing lures, floaty things, these. And then this kind of nice color wash here. It could be water, it could be whatever you want it to be. And this next, of course, we're getting into October here, so we've got Creepin' It Real by Michael Miller. These guys glow in the dark, so if you want glow in the dark spider webs, we've got them. And I'll tell you what, they are going fast. Anytime we get something that glows in the dark, it always goes fast. Likewise with these moons, these glow as well. And then we got our haunted houses. I have not tested this out. I think the windows glow, but I'm not sure. They probably do since they're the same line, but have not tested it, so I'm not totally sure. And then we've got our little fortune teller hands here too. So those are fun. Christmas is going to be here before we know it, so we're already getting some of our Christmas stuff in every year. As you know, we do the gold sparkle fairy frost, so that is it. Excuse me, that is in. And then we also got the white and silver this year instead of just the plain silver. So this one is new for us. Then we have got Home for the Holidays from Michael Miller. This is just a bunch of different little Christmas prints. They don't all necessarily flow together, but we've got a plaid, Christmas cookies, little gingerbreads. I'm not that patient to make mine that pretty, but somebody is. Little trees. This one's my favorite because back in the day, when I was growing up, Mom had a hot cocoa mug with this guy on it, and this is exactly what it reminded me of. It looks just like that hot cocoa mug, which I believe she still has 30 some odd years later. Same with these Santas. She has a hot cocoa mug from when I was a kid that looks just like these Santas. So, of course, that's a little sentimental. We got these snowmen. And then I thought these houses were kind of cool too. Next up, we've got Serenity by P&B. It's a nice blender, plays really well with batiks. So if you find yourself kind of missing a color in your batiks, you can toss these in here with those and it'll look great. There are no quilt police. You can put your batiks and your cottons together and no one's gonna repel from the ceiling and tell you you can't do it. If somebody does repel from the ceiling, I have questions. A lot of questions, and none of them are about the fabric. We have yellow as well. And if I can get a hold of it, a more different yellow, kind of a goldish, dark red, and a more true red. Then we've got just a little bit of replenishment of Whimsy. I know we've talked about Whimsy in the past. We got the whole line. We're just refilling some of our more popular colors. So there's this purple and this red has been very popular as well. So we've got more of that in too. Getting the heavy load there. There we go. Next up, for those that don't already know, we do have linen in now. And why would a quilt shop have linen, you may wonder? You can use linen for apparel if you wish, but a lot of folks have been using it in their quilts, and this is Essex Linen from Robert Kaufman. It is a cotton linen blend, and we've got a bunch of different colors. And you will see that there is a little bit of wrinkle in these because linen does wrinkle. But with the cotton in it, it doesn't wrinkle as much. It's easier to get those wrinkles out. And then once you get it quilted into your quilt and it's got your batting and your backing and all that, the wrinkling is no longer an issue. We have had a lot of questions about whether or not this shrinks or bleeds. It is color fast, so you do not need to worry about it bleeding. Just like any other natural fiber, yeah, there is some shrink. This is a cotton blend, like I said, so the shrink is not tremendous. It's not hugely different than what you would experience with your quilting cottons. That being said, same rule of thumb applies. If you do not like the way it looks when fabric shrinks up after you wash your completed quilt, then you'll want to pre-wash these guys first. Same as you would do with regular quilting cotton. So it's not really a different ballgame we're talking about here. And while I'm on that subject, washing your quilting cottons, same with these linens. You want to wash these in cold. Always wash your quilting cottons in cold. That is what they are meant to be washed in. And as a matter of fact, when you see bolts in the store, this is just an empty one here. And every brand is different. They do this all a little bit differently, but they do show you the washing instructions on the bolt. Some of them will have it kind of here at the top. This is Robert Kaufman, and in their case, they actually print it at the very top of the bolt here. And so I'll read it here. It says machine wash cold, no bleach, wash dark color separately, tumble dry low. So if you find that you are having issues with bleed or shrink or anything like that, make sure you're following those washing instructions that are included on the bolt of fabric. And if you're ever not sure, call your local quilt shop and they'll be able to tell you what that is. But a good rule of thumb, whether it's linen or cotton, machine wash cold. So there's that. And our last one here, this just came in, I think, on Thursday. This is Wild West by Figo. So it's kind of frontier, cowboy kind of situation. Got some desert plants here because there's more than just cactus out there. And then we got cowboy boots. And then this kind of, I don't know, southwestern pattern. So that's that. That's all the new stuff. And somebody's peeking at me in the window, sorry. That's all the new stuff that we have. I just have a couple more things here. If you are doing this project with us, I've got block 11 and 12. I took the notes off, so I'm not sure which one's which, but neither of them are rocket science, nothing you haven't done before. We just have 4 patches, flying geese, half square triangles. You know the drill. Easy peasy. And if you run into any issues, you of course can call the shop. You can come in with your block and we'll be happy to help you here. And then that's 12 or 11. One of them. But one's up there and the other's over here. We are starting a new Block of the Week program. Today is the first day. If you're not familiar with our Block of the Week program, every Saturday a new block comes out. It is available for the entirety of that week, Saturday to Friday. And you get a free pattern with the purchase of any regular priced pre-cut fat quarter. We just started this new one today, and this is our version of Block 1. We are using Summer's End by Figo. But as always with these Block of the Week programs, you're choosing your own color adventure. You do not have to use what we're using. As a matter of fact, we don't do kits or sign-ups. So if you super love what we're doing, we're happy to show you which fabrics we've used, and you're welcome to get those. But odds are pretty good you have something in your stash that you'd prefer to use instead. So that is completely acceptable. This particular program runs for 7 weeks. So every week you're actually going to be making 2 of whatever block it is. So for instance, this is week 1, you'll be making 2 of these. You can make them identical or you can make them different. I chose to make mine different. The other one is hanging up in the store right now. I just wanted a little bit more variation, but if you want to be a little bit more matching, then by all means, make them the same. So that's available until Friday. We'll have block 2 out next Saturday. Last thing I want to talk about is Quiltopia is going this year. It'll be November 5th and 6th at the Willamette Heritage Center. Unfortunately, we are not vending this year. However, we are participating in their shop hop. And the shop hop is October 14th until November 4th. So we won't be giving out any patterns or anything before the 14th, but starting on the 14th, you can join us and I think 11 other shops. And there is our block. The theme is, I think it's Nowhere Like Home, but there's our block right there. So starting on the 14th, you'll be able to stop by our shop and I think 10 or 11 others, and they'll have a block following that theme as well. We'll also be doing a demo I think at 1 o'clock on Saturday the 5th. I want to say we're on at 1, but we'll be there demoing. So hopefully I will see you there. Otherwise, that's all I have for this month. You can see us on Facebook. We are Keizer Cotton Patch. If you do not have your own Facebook, that is absolutely okay. We are a public business page, which means that you can access our Facebook, see all of our posts. The only thing you can't do is comment or like on our stuff, but you'll still be able to see it. That is where all of our most up-to-date information is on our Facebook page. We do have a website, that's cottonpatchoregon.com. You can order fabric there as well, and we have some of our basic information out there. And we are also on Instagram, I believe is Keizer Cotton Patch. I believe it matches our Facebook. YouTube? We have YouTube as well, which is where this video is going. Although I do not remember the name of the channel because we have two, because I made one and John made one. So we'll post it and you'll find it because I went rogue and messed everything up, which is why it's better for him to do these. Also, you can reach us in the store. We are open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m., not 5 a.m., 5 p.m. We are closed on Sundays, and you can call us at 503-463-1880. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I'll talk to you next month. Hopefully I will see you during the shop hop, and I'll see you at our demo at Quiltopia. Thank you.